Thursday walkthrough brought to you by Carle, the official healthcare provider of Fighting Illini Athletics. Welcome back to the Thursday walkthrough. Martin O'Donnell here, joined as always by Coach Lovie Smith. And, Coach, after that game last week, we kind of come in here and we're able to kind of look back at stats. And Jake Hansen leads the nation in both forced fumbles and fumble recoveries. What kind of progression have you seen year over year from Jake?
Well, fortunately, I've been able to see him, of course, come in from his freshman year and just the growth that he's made. First off, he's a football junkie, loves the game, and just wants to know everything about it. We ask a lot of our linebackers, to know the entire D, not just their responsibility, but others too. And he's just bought into how important it is to help the offense on taking the ball away. And as you mentioned, it's about causing the fumble first, but he's recovered it. He has sacks. He's got an interception. These things change the outcome of game.
Well, and, obviously the first half last week against Michigan, a tough opponent coming in here, wasn't what you wanted it to be. But, what can you take from that third quarter, from the effort to rally all the way back, within 3 points? I mean, how can the team build off of that?
Well, first, we have to just look at what happened. I mean, we're the same team. The team that started the game, and we have disappointment in that. That's us. But it's always about what we can become. And as we play our best football, who we are. And our players got a chance to see that. When you're down by that many points, down 28 points, and then you have a fierce comeback. Everyone had to be a part of that. Special teams. Of course, defense and offense had to score points. Our team was able to see that. So hopefully we'll take that start from there as we go into the second half of our season.
Well, and talking a little bit on the offense from last week, one guy who stood out was Bhebhe. Obviously I think, fans have seen him kind of win some of those jump balls, did it again on Saturday, but we're able to see a little bit more in the repertoire, some run after the catch, in particular the touchdown. What does he bring to this offense?
It's just a tough matchup. We're a running team, so teams have to gang up on our run, which is going to put him in one-on-one situations. He can jump higher than any defensive back he'll play against. He's as big as most of them. He has excellent speed, and he's caught the ball well. He's a weapon that we'll have to continue to go to. Because it seems like every time we go to him, he's making plays, and we'll need that this second half of the year.
Well, certainly, and now looking this week, the Wisconsin Badgers coming in, top 10 team. One thing, you play Wisconsin, they're going to run the ball. How big of a point of emphasis is it this week in practice? Just from scout team to starting defense to everybody, just getting ready for that kind of game script.
Well, I don't think we have to really tell them an awful lot. They realize, we have a history with University of Wisconsin. We know they're going to get off the plane, off the bus, running the ball. And it's a physical game. You need your big boy pads on this week. If you're a competitor, a defensive guy, you should love games like this. Where they're a little different, I think, this year is their passing game complements the running game an awful lot too. But first is about stopping the run.
Well, and one of the things that I've always found interesting kind of watching a Paul Chryst offense is there's a lot of different shifts that happen pre-snap. I'm guessing it's going to be Dele Harding and Jake Hansen that are there communicating that, but what kind of challenge does that present when they shift to one formation and then, they can go between 2 and 3 or potentially 4 before they snap the ball?
Yeah, I've, my career been around, I'm going to go way back to the Rams and how they shift every play. And what you're trying to do is just get the defense confused a little bit, not be certain, ready to read your keys and play ball. Wisconsin does an excellent job of that. But for us, if you're sound and you know what you're doing, it shouldn't affect you as much as it has affected others.
Well, and, another exciting announcement, there's been a lot of announcements here lately, but, the opportunity, Illinois and Nebraska playing 2021 in Dublin, Ireland, I appreciate you catering to me as somebody of Irish descent, but how great is it in terms of life experience for these guys to be able to go there? Obviously, it's almost 2 years away, but the level of excitement certainly has to be there.
Absolutely. There are so many things, we would like for our guys to have a chance to witness when they come, for a 4-year period. But to be able to see a different part of the world, we say I know that we are a melting pot as a team, guys from all different walks of life. We get to take our team and see another different part of it, which is just exciting. So looking into our future, that's going to be an exciting time for everybody associated with our university.
Yeah, well, I'm certainly excited. I'm also part Polish too. So I mean, if we want to get a game going in Poland, that would be fantastic. Just throwing it out there.
You never know.
Never know. You know, in terms of figuring out kind of whatever random question we have this week, I decided to crowdsource for my kids. My daughter, the one question she had was, "How did your beard get so long?"
How that's a good question.
Yeah.
I was kind of committed to it. As a general rule, if you stay committed to something, normally you see the results. And this is kind of what it is. I started it over a year ago and haven't cut it much. It normally happens that way. In my 60 years, if you tell your daughter that it's just one of the things, it just kind of happens.
Okay, so Ava, it just kind of happens. I'll have to relay that message to her. But Coach, thank you for taking time, and thank you for stopping by the Thursday Walkthrough. The Thursday Walkthrough brought to you by Carle, the official healthcare provider of Fighting Illini Athletics.
Looking for a card that gives you more? Illini Visa Rewards Card. Earn points every day to fly any airline, anytime, no blackout dates. The Illini Visa Rewards Card. Available only through U of I Community Credit Union.